welcome to another episode of No Player Connected. We are in the old world in content warning. If I sound unsure and nervous, it's because something was just walking around with clown shoes or something outside of our ship. We have a steady supply of oxygen, and we also have a steady supply of Stelle.
Hello!
Stelle, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm also a little nervous about whatever's creeping around out there, but maybe it went away. Maybe.
I think it did. I'm right next to the handle, just in case.
All right.
Just in case I need to close that shit.
So, listeners, if we die, it is James's fault for not closing the door fast enough.
100%. This is on me. You. Okay.
James?
You hear that, right?
No? Hear what?
There is something behind the ship. You don't hear that?
No.
Okay, so you have not good hearing.
Oh my god.
We're gonna die.
We're standing in
If we were
slightly
on
different
the door
positions.
thing.
Maybe it's just closer to you. Calm down.
Oh, it sounds like it's closer to you, though. Anyway, while I'm on door duty, do you want to tell the lovely people what this game is? I think one of these episodes we can start talking about the video game, like, within the minute.
I don't know.
And
That
not get
seems
distracted.
really, really ambitious.
It's super ambitious.
Alright, so Content Warning is a very, very new game. We're recording this on Friday, so it has not even been out for a week yet. It is a game by Landfall, and they dropped this game on April 1st, April Fool's Day. And for the first day that it existed, it was totally free to obtain. Now you have to pay. Super fun game. It's a little bit like Lethal Company, which, if you don't know what that is, go back and listen to the Lethal Company episode of this podcast.
Nice plug.
Thank you. In that you're kind of these goofy little characters in suits going to... Now I hear it. Going to very dangerous places to do stuff. But in this case, you are YouTubers, or Spooktubers, actually. And we're going down into the old world, the depths of the old world, to make some fun content and make our channel go viral.
Totally different. It's not YouTube.
It's
doing
Spooktube.
a more sinister, something far more sinister.
Mm-hmm.
The comment section is basically the same, though.
I don't think that's true. The comment section is very,
Way nicer.
almost overwhelmingly positive.
That's true, and concern for people's well-being. For again, if you haven't played this, at the end of your little playthrough, the end of your little mission, if you survive, or more accurately, if the camera is on the ship when you leave, kind of, again, like Lethal Company, to draw the comparison, kind of like when you have loot on the ship and at least one person's there. In this game, you don't need any people to be on the ship. You just need the camera there. But you get to watch your video that you make, the footage that you record.
You watch your little view count go up, and there are comments coming in based on what's going on, and it's super fun. I think the biggest success is that you get to kind of relive your own little mission and laugh at your friends who are recording or being recorded and doing stupid stuff or dying in objectively funny ways. And you get to just relive that in a very, very short clip.
Yeah, it's cool to both take pride in your role as I was the cameraman this round, so I got some good footage, or you get to see what were your friends up to when something exploded and everybody ran in separate directions. So you get a nice recap on top of it just looking cool. Sometimes you just straight up get a little found footage film after your mission.
And it lets you save the videos to your real life computer, which is both super fun and a very clever bit of marketing for them, because having that little shareable content that, I mean, you've been posting it all over your Discord and also TikTok.
Okay.
Calling you out, I guess. Uh, so,
Supporting me, really.
yeah, supporting. That's what I'm doing here. So, it's clever on their part because you're advertising for the game and advertising your own fun. Yes, I heard it. James is kind of wiggling around.
I'm nervous.
Do you want me to go out and look at it?
No, it's getting louder and it's getting closer to the front of the ship.
Yes, it is.
I am very tense. Oh, I see it. It's
what is it?
It's a spider.
Oh.
It's one of the ones that shoots webs. Yeah.
Okay, don't get webbed.
I guess that's. I'm not. It's heading towards the building.
If you get webbed while we're recording the podcast, do I get to take over the podcast?
Well, no, because I would just close the door and I would just do the rest of the episode webbed, but still in the ship.
Okay. If a spider eats you,
That ain't happening. I'm invincible.
Do I get to run the podcast? When you die and you're holding the video camera, I have picked up the video camera from you and gone on from there. So I think by the rules of content warning, I get the podcast if you die.
Yes, you get the podcast. You get to do the Baldur's Gate 3 Act 2 episode with Emma.
So I just get to talk to Emma about a game I like? This sounds great. I'm going to push you out of the diving bell right now.
Please. Speaking of pushing people...
There's physics in this game.
There's fucking physics in this game, which is a lovely little... I don't know what to call it. Like a little extra feature there. Yeah.
Yeah.
The fucking horse hoof clopping on the ground is back. I know it's the spider, but I'm just gonna ignore that. And you can get caught on things if you're holding a camera, a microphone. The boom mic especially gets caught on shit. When the monsters attack you, you can try to jump to get out of their grip. The monsters will pick people up and throw them at other people.
And it hurts both people when that happens.
Yeah, it rules. When you die in this game, they really fucking kill you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and the spider that we were just talking about that just kind of awkwardly walked in the other direction, it has webbing, and instead of a slowdown effect like Minecraft, or you can't move for X amount of seconds, you actually have to struggle against the web and use up your stamina to try to break through it. And I think the more web on you, the harder that is.
And you can avoid the web kind of if it's in a good position by crouching and going under it, or jumping and going over it. It's a fun little challenge.
Yeah, it's not just a texture in an area and it's just a boring old circle on the ground. You can, like you said, physically avoid it. I've seen somebody get thrown and then land in the web with no connection to the ground. I think at that point you might be screwed.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure. So
I wonder
if
you could throw things at the person until they fell out.
Yeah, I don't know. That's another thing. You can throw stuff in this to varying degrees of force. If you hold Q while you're holding an item, you can launch stuff, which is one of the ways you can escape a monster in this. There's a Half-Life 2 looking ass thing that
little barnacle guy.
Yeah, a little barnacle freak. I think in this it's called a starfish, where it's on the ceiling and it's got a little dangly bit hanging down and it'll snatch you up. But if you throw something at it, it'll drop you. But it will immediately pick you back up if you walk back into it, so just be safe there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the physics part rules, and they don't have fall damage, though.
Which is so nice.
It's brave.
I like to jump off things.
And the people on SpookTube will comment on that. They'll say like, I wouldn't jump there even if there was water, or imagine jumping without rolling, which we don't have rolling yet. But
I like the one where it's like, oh, their kneecaps are gonna be gone when they're 50 or whatever.
yeah, like, sorry, bud, but we actually got ripped apart by a mixer monster. There's some real fucking weirdos in this game.
I love that one.
Yeah, well, I mean, so, do you want to... You know, I'm going to assume the spider doesn't know where we're at, and we're totally fine. But, do you want to go over some of the freaks that you can expect to see in this here video game?
Alright. Here, have the caveat that I don't know any of their real names. I'm sure they have them. I don't know them. So.
Hey, do you think if I shine a flashlight on the spider, it'll come over here?
That's... Everybody, James immediately turned the flashlight on after saying that.
It's not doing anything. It's way far away.
So,
all right.
There's the spider, which is big spider. There's a different spider-looking guy that only like can move when there's no light on him, or as soon as you shine a flashlight on it, it kind of dissolves into dust. It is gone, which is good because it's very fast. There's a ghost girl that tries to stab you. There is an electric mixer with legs that like runs really fast at you but is not good at stopping, so you can make it run into walls. There's the little barnacle guy, and there's kind of my personal favorite but also least favorite at the same time, the snails, which are snail men.
Yeah, they're like snail zombies that shamble around.
So they just kind of wander around being slow until they kill you. They follow you for like a ways, it feels like.
Yeah, your chances of getting killed by the snail men are low, but they're never zero. Mm-hmm. Because, yeah, they do always seem to be somewhere looking for you.
Yeah, and then there's others, like the giants, the things that throw you, the fun slime. You had a really fun ride on a slime the other day.
Yeah, so there's like a giant amoeba slime ooze. I don't know what the hell you'd call it, but it's like Flubber. It's essentially Flubber.
It is not essentially Flubber. Flubber's really bouncy. Flubber.
Well, we don't know if this thing is bouncy or not.
Alright, I've never bounced it.
We haven't tested. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it will like envelop you, and then it will forcibly zip you around the map. I don't know if there's rhyme or reason to it. It doesn't damage you, but I think other things can damage you while you're being whisked away. And it applies a weird filter to your in-game voice chat. So it makes you really feel like you're submerged in goo, which some of you might be into. I wasn't. But it's still incredibly funny to watch happen to other people.
Absolutely hilarious.
The spider's back.
I know.
This rules.
It's especially great when you're dead and watching someone in the slime, because you don't have to worry about your own safety. That's gone. And you just get to enjoy watching your friend scream their head off while zipping around at the speed of light.
Yeah, it's for a coward like me, who's a lot of times I'm the last one alive.
We'll talk about that.
It's scary. Yeah, we can talk about that. It can be very stressful and scary when your friends are being picked off and you're the last one left. But yeah, as soon as that tension is gone, then unless it's in question whether or not they'll get the camera back to the ship, then the tension picks back up.
Yes.
If you get some really good footage and then you blow up, you get caught in machinery, somebody doesn't do a capture in time, and you die, you really need to hope your team pulls through, which they probably won't.
Hey.
Because this game, I'm just saying, I feel like this game starts to ramp up in difficulty as soon as you lose one or two people.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you can't really split the attention of the monsters as much.
Now,
but
you said CAPTCHA, and I realized I forgot to talk about the CAPTCHA Iron Maiden, which is, like, my favorite thing. It's literally just an Iron Maiden that has a face and looks sad. And if you get caught in it, it like teleports around like a weeping angel when you're not looking at it. And if you get caught in it, your friends have to do a CAPTCHA puzzle, and then it lets you go. It's hilarious. I love it. It's so nonsensical.
Yeah, this has a really interesting balance between like cartoonish and what's that fucker that made a bunch of movies with Johnny Depp? What's that?
Oh,
like
Tim Burton.
Yeah. This I personally I feel like this has kind of a Tim Burton feel to it.
I can see it.
Which
yeah,
like there's like a little enemy that's actually harmless, but he just walks up to you and then screams really loud. Like that little guy would fit in a Tim Burton film.
You're right.
It can go from like, haha, like look at all these silly little freaks to like screaming in game, fighting for your life, trying your hardest not to die and to get back to the ship. You get lost a lot, or I get lost a lot in this game.
Some of us are better at making
like
maps in our heads than other people.
I simply keep going forward until I wrap all the way back to the beginning of the map.
Okay, James.
It works like 10% of the time.
Your strategy in this game seems to be abandon your friends as soon as anything awful happens, and then never go back to see if that we're okay.
I come back,
Do
but
you?
You guys run away and then don't run in the good spots. You run into the bad spots. I'm clever and I run to the good areas.
James wanders away all the time.
I do.
The other three of us, if we're playing a 4-person thing, will just be hanging out together, sticking together as good friends do. And we'll be like, where's James? Could be anywhere. We've lost him.
Are you talking about when shit has gone down, or are you talking about like
mostly when shit has gone down? The other three of us will run in the same direction. Like good friends.
We don't have time to convene. Like, hey, let's take a quick poll. There's a freak chasing us. Where do we go? I just scatter and then I make a dramatic reappearance later on, which is, honestly, it's kind of like a treat for you guys. I'm a really good teammate, because then I hear, oh, it's James, he made it, like, he's back, he's alive.
You know,
fun.
That's true. I guess you have engineered little mini situations of delight.
Exactly. And then sometimes I just escape and everybody else is dead. Those situations rule too, because I'm alive.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, I don't really have any more to iterate on my genius get rich quick scheme. Something bad happens, run, and then figure it out later. Like, I am not the type to. You know what? Hold on. You're not giving me my. You're not giving me my due credit, because there's the other extreme where I scream at everybody else to run and I distract the monster, which I've done multiple times, both successfully and unsuccessfully. However, apparently there's some kind of disconnect there. And Caden, I'm sorry if you're listening to this, and we've reached this point. Since this is a game driven by content, quote unquote, and you want to film the worst possible things happening to people, sometimes people take the run, go, I'll distract them as a perfect moment to just watch me get ripped apart and then get ripped apart themselves.
You know, filming you getting ripped apart is great content. this is a new game. We're all still ironing out the exact time that you take to watch someone else get ripped apart before you run without getting ripped apart yourself.
And there's some variance there, because there's like there's the big guy that will run up and grab you and then throw you.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it seems like it's a one-hit KO, and there are other times where I've screamed, "Oh God, they're dead! Run!" and then they get back up, and it's a little awkward.
Yeah, because they've just heard you advocate for leaving them to die. Well, there are.
Which honestly, that's kind of my strategy.
That's
is run away.
Very much your strategy.
I'm shining a flashlight at the spider again.
Okay.
It doesn't care.
Where is it?
No.
Oh, that's so far away.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna
It's
push you
super
out.
far. Oh no, I thought you were gonna like go outside and get its attention.
Oh no, I might do that at the end.
Just on the commute. It's on the commute. I was thinking about throwing my flashlight. Fucking Brett Favre it over there.
You could not get your flashlight all the way over there.
You're about to look so dumb. Hold on, let me just charge this bad boy up. Yeah!
That wasn't even halfway to the spider.
Oh, but it's rolling. Alright, I'll pick that up at the end of the episode.
Okay.
I did want to talk about some of the other gimmicks with the monsters, too.
Okay.
Because we just talked about the little barnacle guy, but there's the... What is it? That MIT robot dog with the gun on its back?
Yeah.
Yeah, that... well, I guess that really doesn't have a gimmick. It's just the MIT robot with a dog robot with a gun on its back.
Yeah, it just shoots
and
you.
if it sees you, it just starts shooting you, which is pretty different compared to the other monsters in this, because they tend to, like, you know, have physics-based shit where they have to, like, grab you or throw you or hit you. It just fucking shoots you.
But then that one is also the only one that has, like, the warning red lights, so you know when there's one near.
Yeah, it's pretty mundane compared to the other ones. The other ones seem to, like, spawn kind of near you.
Yeah.
The dog will always be kind of a distance away, and you can see it coming.
Which I appreciate.
Yeah, you already mentioned the weird freak that's basically like restricted to the shadows, and as soon as you shine a flashlight on it, it vanishes.
Yeah.
There's a couple more that depend on like your actions. There's a monster that will attack you if you're making noise, so talking in game or like sprinting around, and it's got a bunch of ears on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it makes like a whisper noise too.
Is that the one that whispers?
Which is freaky. I think so.
Okay.
Because I remember cowering, hiding from like 3 different monsters and hearing that. And then there's the flip side, the one that gets upset if you shine light on it.
Well, I mean, it
Its
has a
iris
really big
will-
eye. I would be upset if my face were a whole eye and someone shined a flashlight in it too.
But would you blame it on everybody?
You know, if my arms
you
were
kill
made
them
of
for it?
knives, I might do that.
Uh-oh. What is that?
I don't know. Maybe the spider found your flashlight.
No, I hear something breathing. It's the thing that you couldn't hear earlier.
Oh, I did hear it though this time. Do you want me to go out and look?
No, I don't want you to go out and look. We're bound by the no player connected player's code.
You threw a
minimal
flashlight.
Game. That doesn't count. That doesn't count. There's nothing out there.
What do you mean there's nothing out there? You threw it at the spider.
The spider was super far away. I just wanted to see how far I could throw my flashlight, which honestly is further than I thought.
It was further than I thought too.
I'm sure it probably despawned by now, but anyway, do we address the elephant in the room, the elephant in the ship?
What's the elephant in the ship?
Is this the Lethal Company killer?
Oh. I don't know. I don't... like, it's very similar. It's got different stuff going on. I think its focus is more about silly little shenanigans than Lethal Company kind of has ended up being. I mean, early on you saw lots of Lethal Company, like, oh, look at my friend dying, running away sort of stuff, but I feel like that's kind of died down and people are just like playing Lethal Company. That's a new footstep.
No, that's the breathing thing that I heard earlier. Oh, it's loud though.
Yeah, it's very loud.
What if I take a peek?
You
can take a
I
peek
hear
first.
you're
I'll let
breaking
you...
the NPC player code.
Fine. It also despawned. I don't hear it anymore. Damn it.
So I don't know if this will have like a similar thing where we spend a couple weeks sharing funny little found footage stuff, and then people get
Oh,
serious about like trying to make it to the deeper levels or whatever. What?
Stelle, look. It was a snail man.
Oh, it's a little snail man.
Yeah, nothing to be feared. They suck.
Didn't one kill you one time?
Yeah, I'm sure one killed you too.
Probably.
There's no need to bring that up.
I'm not the one who said they suck though. I said I liked them.
Okay, well, yeah, but I don't mean in like they're not cool, because they're cool. I like to go. It's snail time. That's a Gex reference, by the way. But they do suck. Like, you can actually get away from them pretty easily.
Yeah.
But anyway, what you were talking about with Lethal Company, I would argue that this game took the best part of Lethal Company, which is, in my opinion, of course, the wacky hijinks, and they just said fuck it. Like, that's the focus of the game.
That's true.
It's not running back and forth between the ship. They just said, hey, here's a camera. You got a minute and 30 seconds. Go do all the funny, wacky stuff that you want to do in Lethal Company, and that's what's going to reward you. Because if you stripped away the wacky, goofy moments from Lethal Company and you just made a game about collecting scrap, I'm sure some people would enjoy it. There's people that play like Euro Truck Simulator, Farming Simulator, whatever. There's freaks out there.
Yeah, but it would be kind of a slog.
Yeah, it'd be a slog. It would be a lot more niche. I think this has just... They found what makes Lethal Company unique and fun, and they like refined it more. They made it the focus. Not to throw any shade at Lethal Company. I think Lethal Company is still a really fun game, and I think it's more... How do I phrase this one now? I almost want to say there's more strategy.
Yeah.
And maybe even more skill involved in Lethal Company. This seems a lot more like luck-based, and sometimes you can get completely hosed, which that can happen in Lethal Company too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure how the view count stuff works either. This game's a lot more nebulous, I'd say.
Yeah. And I mean, it's still changing. Like the update yesterday, a day or two ago, added like the reporter mic and some other stuff. And there's stuff that I don't know if you've gotten into when we weren't playing together, but like we never bought any healing stuff when we were playing together, and like,
oh yeah,
that's a thing. I know
there's a lot to waste your money on.
I know how to heal now. It's really cute because you hug each other and then you're better.
Oh.
Yeah.
That rules.
I know.
Yeah, instead of... Here's something I will say about this game and Lethal Company. It's nice when you have a team who can, like, communicate what they're gonna buy. Because in this game, sometimes you'll just hear a drone coming with an Amazon package, and it drops it on the ground, and it's a $200 emote that doesn't do anything.
Excuse you, James.
It gets you views.
The viewers love the emotes. This isn't the save that we had the emotes on. I'm trying to do an emote at you.
Yeah. No, you can only T-pose right now.
This is not a T-pose.
It's kind of a...
Your arms have to
it's
be
like
out for a T-pose.
You're doing like an M pose.
Yeah, okay. Can we talk about how our arms are, like, freakishly long?
Okay, I think the arms are totally normal. No, they're like down to your knees, actually.
They're, like, down past your knees. Is that the snail guy again?
I believe so. The snail patrol is moving through once more.
Okay.
I mean, we can talk about what the hell are we in this game? What are we playing as?
Yes. So I know you had that theory that we were just the suits. There's nothing inside them. I am still arguing that that can't be right because we go to sleep. Like, it's a big part of the thing. You go to sleep and then it's the next day. Suits don't need to sleep.
Your computer goes to sleep. Your phone needs to recharge. Like, you do all that stuff.
Not in a bed with a blanket and a pillow.
Well, that's just the gazebo effect to trick you into thinking you've got personhood.
The what?
But you're really just... Yeah, you heard me.
I'm going to go out and let myself get eaten by a spider.
But no, I'm being for real. There's like, I don't know. There's nothing organic about us. Like, our faces are little things that we've typed into a computer, which is also genius design.
Yeah, I love that.
Lets you customize your face using, what is it, 3 characters that you can
I don't know.
type?
Can you only do 3?
I think it's 3. I'm pretty sure it's 3.
Okay. We also, going back, we need oxygen, James.
Oh, god damn it, you're right.
Yeah.
Hey, well, hold on, so do engines.
Oh my god.
Engines need oxygen. So, I'm wiggling my way out of this one.
I'm not sure that you are.
I'm wiggling.
You're vibrating. Sort of.
What's your theory? If we're not automatons built to supply content to the masses, what are we?
I think we're humans that were mutated by some sort of radioactive event that made us live in sky islands. I'm making this up as I go, but I'm going to defend it with my life.
Okay. Wait, was that the entire theory?
Yes! That's why our arms are long.
That's why we've got long arms because we've mutated.
Because of the radioactive fallout, James.
Yeah, well, that is an interesting bit of, like, world building in this game. There's a little bit going on, like, beneath the surface, because, yeah, they call it the old world.
And the old world has, like, factories and dead trees and cars that are just sitting there. And it all looks kind of blocky and weird, but it's there.
And everything's gray.
Yeah.
Yeah. And people will comment on Spooktube and be like, wow, they had factories back then.
And like, I wonder if my grandparents saw this. So
yeah, so I don't.
Whatever
I don't know
cataclysm happened, it was pretty recent.
So you're saying we couldn't have evolved?
Oh
or
fuck!
Mutated that quickly? Haha.
Like, well, if it was, it maybe could have happened.
Well, okay, pretty.
If it was,
there's a lot of conviction in that sentence.
All right, what's your theory now that you know that we're organic?
Okay, first off, we don't know that we're organic.
I thought maybe I could slip that past you.
No, not a chance.
Our viewers have grandparents.
Okay, if I'm riding a car and I have grandparents, does that mean my car has grandparents? Like, we can still just be robots making this stuff. But, I will say this. We could just be in a future where, yeah, there's just people who are increasingly desperate to get views on the internet. and they're willing to, fuck it. I watch urban exploration videos.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is entirely in line with normal human behavior.
Absolutely.
This world just has really long arms, I guess.
Yep. The viewers think we have knees. Also, something's right out there.
Yeah, it's just another snail, pal.
Okay. I think we're usually making so much noise that I haven't noticed the little humming noise that the snails make.
Yeah, there's a lot of screaming in this game normally. This is a very relaxing change of pace. I'm sure if we were actually out there, it would suck and be scary.
Yeah.
But we're safely in the ship and nothing seems to be bothering us. It is weird to see that. Yeah, it is weird to see just during this recording session, they have a pre-established route for where they spawn and then where they wander.
Oh, okay,
So,
yeah.
Yeah, it's always, and it's been all snails since the spiders stopped spawning. So I don't know if there's some sort of timer or if it's going to switch over, but I'm learning something
Interesting.
just by doing this little recording sesh. I am a little surprised nothing else has come out though, because things will wander in and out of the, I guess you would say, the building, the facility.
Yeah.
There's no loading screen, like, not to bring it up again, but Lethal Company. So like there's no like, haha, we're safe, and if we leave the door open to the ship, like shit can get in here too.
At one point we did briefly lock a giant in the ship with us and have to open the door and run away from it.
You know, in hindsight, we should have just hit the fly away button.
We weren't thinking clearly. We were a little bit alarmed.
We were under the influence of giant killing us to death.
Also, I think you're the one who shouted, "Leave, leave, leave!" and hit the door.
Yeah, I screamed, "I'm opening the door!"
Yeah. Yeah. I think also, if we had turned around to try to hit the leave button, it would have killed us. It wasn't happy.
Maybe. That thing was pissed. The giants in this game are pissed off.
No gentle giants here.
Yeah, and also, since the game just came out, we're on the cutting edge of content warningology. I've seen, like, they kind of glow sometimes. I don't know if that corresponds with, like, them being agitated or aggroed or something. If that's, like, a way to tell if they're actually aware of your presence.
Ooh.
Yeah, so like, favorite, and subscribe if you know something about that. Send me a Twitter or a Discord about it. But yeah, I swear I've seen them glow a bit. It could just be the flashlight on them too. I'm not entirely sure.
I feel like we need to send out a research expedition.
Well, that's another thing. Like, this game does a great job, and I know I've talked about this before, but like having an air of mystery around it. Like, you don't know how things work exactly.
Yeah.
Right away. Like, in some games you see something and you're like, oh, that's a ranged enemy, and I just need to hide behind something and I'm safe. This has, like, I mean, the most obvious ones are the ear dog and the, like, eye monster.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot of them that, like, it took a little while to figure out what the hell they're all about and how they work, what aggroes them.
We talked earlier about the vaguely spider-looking thing that disappears when you shine a flashlight on it. James did not believe that our good friend and guest of the podcast, Caden, had actually seen something.
Oh, I saw it. I was just gaslighting him.
Oh my god!
Oh yeah, I saw it. I saw it attack him and make him drop something, and I still thought it was funny. So I just kept pretending like it wasn't real.
Never mind, folks. That's just James being silly.
Yeah, okay, that was a much kinder way of describing it than I was expecting. Yeah, I'm just a little silly guy. Lying to your friends, gaslighting them, it rules. It really increases morale and survivability. So
I really am going to push you out of this diving bell.
I'd like to see you try. Oh, that's another thing. I keep calling it like a spaceship, but yeah, it's a diving bell, and we're wearing diving suits.
And we've got our little oxygen tanks. Even though somehow our oxygen doesn't go down while in the diving bell, even with the door open.
You know... Oh, no, that doesn't work. I was gonna say, it would support my engine theory if the oxygen only ran low when you were out and about to, like, represent you moving and, like, needing fuel. But it still runs out even if you're just stationary outside, so...
I do always wonder, like, if jumping and sprinting decrease it faster. That's something I've been wondering about. Or if it is just a straight-up timer, except for when you're in the diving bell itself.
I believe it's a timer because multiple times now I've seen people die at roughly the same time.
But it's roughly, not entirely.
Well, hear me out here. That's because they left the ship at different times.
All right.
And it was like a second.
Yeah,
like,
it's never very long.
Yeah, so I think it's just, how much time did you spend outside of the ship?
All right, I'm convinced.
I am very wise. You are right. After we've established that I lie to my friends to get them killed in this game. Or, well, I mean, I lie to them to...
Get them killed, you're correct. You said what is true.
I did. But, okay, so back to the diving suit thing, though.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever the cataclysm was... It has to have left, like, a blanket over the world of, like, some kind of non-oxygen stuff in the air. Because up above, we're fine. Like, you can breathe just fine in the quote-unquote new world or whatever.
Yeah.
But there's something that's taking away the, like, color of everything.
Except for some of the things have, like, the gun dogs have red in their lights, so they have color for whatever reason.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I don't know, it's weird. And like the ship, it's casting a light that's like yellow, like you would normally see. But if you go through the buildings, and even if you look outside, there are some lights that are just pure white, and they're casting light on gray and black and white stuff.
Mm-hmm. And our flashlights don't do color. They're just light.
Yeah, so something weird is going on here. I don't know if they're ever going to have like an established lore, or if it's just a stylistic choice. I think it looks great. It's cool.
Yeah. I kind of hope they don't have an established lore. I like the mystery of it. I like being able to kind of spin random tales and wonder about it. Are we sentient suits? Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know.
What made the snails?
I don't like it when there's a game that I'm kind of getting into and I'm wondering about the lore, and then there's like, well, if you play the hidden missions, it actually spells out everything, plain as day. You just have to read 17 Wikipedia pages to know what's happening exactly.
Yeah. There should be more mysteries in this world.
Yeah, this old world. Where is the snail man going? Where does he work? Why does he keep trundling off to that same location?
Why do you assume the snail man is working? Let him live his life without being, shackled under capitalism.
Let him be free. I don't know what's going on, though, because it looks like he walks the same path, and then he's, like, walking behind something, and then I see him for just a little while longer, and then he's gone, so...
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know. We can swap out. You can be on snail watch.
Yeah, let me stare at the snail. There we go.
Stealthy snail starer.
Mm-hmm.
Stelle the stealthy snail starer.
Absolutely. There's no snails to stare at right now.
He'll come back. He'll come back. Yeah, see, I hear him.
Alright.
That is a little bit louder now that I've come over to this side of the diving bell. So Landfall has implied that they will not be adding sex to content warning. Is this brave or is it inspiring?
Personally, I'm inspired. I think we should be able to have a silly little game that doesn't revolve around having sex with snails.
Whoa! No one said anything about sex with snails. Wait, what the fuck is that out there?
James, has the company really said that, or are you just implying?
Yes.
Was it a statement that they made?
So somebody asked about, or I shouldn't say somebody.
Was it you?
They directly. No, it was not me. I don't go on Twitter anymore, except to do research for the podcast. Yes, I am a hero.
No.
But no, so they tweeted out, like, for those of you wondering if we'll add sex to lethal, or oh god, I'm all over the place. They tweeted out saying, for those of you asking if we'll add sex to content warning, you should check out this other game, and I think it was made by like another dev team for Landfall, or maybe it was a related company or something, but they were trying to scoot people over to a game about like dating, or dating was a prominent part of it. So sorry, sex enjoyers, but
not here.
You struck out with this. Yeah, this is a no sex havers zone. Get it out.
No, don't get it out.
Do not get it out because there's no sex here. Only Tim Burton hell nightmarescapes. It's not really a hellscape, it's a nightmarescape.
Yeah.
Is that a word?
It is now.
Sick.
Language is about
evolves.
being understood. Okay, but like this is like an NPC tradition. Say we started a dating sim with the characters, with the little freaks. Who are you dating?
No, you can't make me do this.
Who are you dating, James?
Oh, probably the ghost lady, I guess, because it's like the most human-like thing in the game.
Coward. I'm picking the Iron Maiden.
That seems like you would be asked a lot of questions and have a lot of unnecessary boundaries.
The ghost lady tries to stab you every time she sees you.
Okay. I can change her. I can fix her.
Alright.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you. Yeah, good luck getting trapped in an Iron Maiden. And
it's like a hug.
Like you can't do the CAPTCHA from inside of it though, right?
Alright. We'll always have a friend on our dates.
I was gonna say, you'd have to be like polyamorous or something, or just have an assistant nearby.
Yep. We'll work something out.
Yeah, you can make... Honestly, like, at least that... If the CAPTCHA gets done, like, nothing bad happens too much. I mean, it's
nothing
still
bad happens at all.
Too.
We're just hanging out then.
Yeah. But what about the Weeping Angel part? Like...
Look...
Isn't that gonna fuck up the floor? Having an iron thing scraping against the floor when you're not looking?
I'll get carpets.
Oh my, it's gonna rip up the carpet!
I don't think it's scraping across the floor. It's more like just blinking in and out of existence. It's fine. It's not scraping, it's just appearing.
It seems exhausting. It seems like an exhausting relationship.
And yours is gonna be better?
If I take the knife away...
Oh my god, you're stealing from your girlfriend now?
If she's trying to stab me, I think that's okay.
If she's trying to stab you, you should break up with her. Hey guys,
Okay,
I'm gonna
you
take a
just
stand
said-
right now on this podcast. If your significant other tries to stab you with a knife, break up with them. And also maybe
Brave.
call the police.
Brave.
Thank you.
Brave and cool. Let's see. Oh, this. I mean, I'll save that one for the end. Never mind. What do you think they should add to this game? If they can't add sex, what should they add? Be it features, items.
I think they should just keep adding new random creatures and not tell anyone about it. I think that would be in the spirit of a game that debuted on April Fool's Day. So, I don't know, just say you're updating the voice stuff, audio, and
We're shifting the ones and zeros around.
yeah, and slip in a nice monster. I was going to say, like, when over the time we've been playing this, I've been thinking like it would be nice to have like 2 cameras or something. But
yeah.
then I don't know how your little highlights reel at the end would happen.
Well, you'd get 2 of them, right?
Would you get 2 of them? That doesn't seem like as much
Well, you get
fun.
So you have to take the camera and dump it into the video extractor.
Uh-huh.
You know what? I think you're right.
Yeah.
Because also some of the tension comes from the fact that there's only one camera. Maybe upgrade the camera
Yeah.
so you get better quality and longer footage.
That would be nice. I would like that. And who knows, maybe that's in the works. If it does happen soon, it's probably because you and I talked about it on this podcast. So
Probably.
you're welcome, listeners.
Brave.
Yeah, but I don't think you can add a second camera, which is initially what I would have said to this.
Yeah, and there's already issues with the cameras not working correctly.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't run into them myself, but I've seen other people complaining, and I've seen like them address the concerns about it. It just seems like this game launched and got huge immediately, and so some things broke.
Yeah.
Servers are a little overloaded too, I think. So.
But I'm pretty sure they're working on it, so it's a baby game. It'll get better.
Yeah. It'll get stronger as we nourish it. Something I want is more map variety, but
Yeah.
also that changes as you go further in the game, but still, like with the initial 3 days, because again, like a certain other game we've referenced earlier, I won't name names, you have like a quota, and if you get that quota, then you tend to have more resources. But this game forces you to go to like new locations semi-randomly.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't really have a choice. But I'd like to see more, because I've seen like maybe 3.
I think that's all I've seen too.
Two or 3 like vague types of maps. It might even just be 2 now that I think about it. I'm not sure. But they're like randomly generated kind of, so you still don't know what to expect and where everything is in there, but they follow a general framework still, and I'd like to see that get changed up.
Yeah. That would be cool. On the other hand, you would get so lost. Like, this map is largely the same every time, and you still get lost.
Are you saying like the royal you, or are you talking about me specifically?
I'm talking about you specifically. I guess
Okay,
I'm
but
more
it could,
talking...
It could be the royal you.
Okay, as someone who has died multiple times after heroically throwing myself into danger in order to make some great content, and then has spectated you standing outside the door that you need to go through to get to the stairs while you're saying, "Oh no, I don't know where to go. Oh no, I'm gonna turn around and go this way." While I'm screaming in death, "No, just go through the door!" You would get so lost, James.
Well, yeah, but I get lost no matter what, so, like, that doesn't change anything. I want to see new and exciting things while I get lost.
Alright. That's reasonable.
I'm always reasonable. But yeah, I think that the camera, they should be careful fiddling with that. I think you got to keep it to one camera so that the game doesn't blow up, and so that the stakes are still high.
It does also, the one camera thing incentivizes you, maybe not you personal, but the royal you, to stick with your friends. Because the point is to be on camera or to be filming your friends being on camera. If there were two cameras, I could see everyone breaking off into groups of two all the time, and then it's just, you lose some of that camaraderie.
Yeah. Although, give us a versus mode, give us two separate squads, or you could even just do a 2v2, and then who gets the most views wins.
Ooh. Also, they can sabotage each other. We're making the Hunger Games in here.
I mean, I already sabotage my own teammates, so this
frequently.
Yeah, that would rule. Yes. Just make it so you can't pick up the other team's camera, because that'd be mean.
Yeah, that's off limits.
All right. Before we go, I wanted to ask you if you had a, like, Ghost Adventures type show. I don't know. Did you ever watch Ghost Adventures?
I've watched some ghost hunting
Ghost
shows.
Hunters or anything like that. If you had a show like that, or you were doing something like content warning in real life, what kind of style would you go for, and what would you be trying to get on tape?
Okay, well, the boring answer is that if I were to be put into real physical harm, I would not be there. I would quit. I would simply not show up to work. You could
Well,
not
I'm talking about, like,
get me there.
in real life.
Yeah, so am I.
Well, I'm putting you in control, though. Like, you get to decide if the thing you're trying to get on camera is dangerous or not.
The giant shows up and kills me.
No, in real life, though. Like, I'm saying if you, Stelle, flesh and blood,
Yeah.
were in real... Are you saying you're worried about giants in real life ripping you apart?
No, I'm saying that you're... Okay, are you posing a world where ghosts are real and want to kill me?
No, I'm talking about, like, okay, well, now we're getting political here, because some people will think ghosts are real. Talking about our
on my
real
first
life.
appearance on this podcast, we went over the ghost thing.
Yeah, I know.
Everyone, listen to the backlog of episodes.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, in real life, not this game, I'm saying if you were just trying to get content, I hate saying that, but if you're trying to get content, and you were, like, what kind of freak stuff would you try to get on film? It still has to be spooky/freaky adjacent.
Oh, dude, literally anything I could. Do I have my own morality here, or am I a terrible, amoral content creator? Because if I really wanted content, I'd fake that shit.
Oh, I mean, okay, well, what would you fake? What would you fake if that's
Ghosts,
what you're doing?
poltergeists, moving stuff
Okay.
around, all stuff that, not like stuff that hurts people, because that leaves, like, paper trails and everything, but you know.
wouldn't throw a frisbee really hard at somebody's head and then say a ghost did it?
Yeah, well, if I threw the frisbee at someone's head, it A, wouldn't hit their head, and B, probably wouldn't hurt. But like, the vase jumps off the table. All the paintings in the room flipped upside down at the same moment. That sort of shit.
See, I would do ghosts also,
Mm-hmm.
but I wouldn't fake anything, but I feel like I would be so earnest, and I would like be so sad if nothing happened. I'm banking on everybody else faking it around me, and then
Just
putting
to make
myself
you feel
in
better.
denial. Just yeah, and also so that they keep their jobs. So I'll like kind of know it's fake, but I'll still be a true believer. But everyone around me is faking it, so that I have plausible deniability about the faking, and then everybody else can say it's just an entertainment show. It's not real.
I would watch a sitcom with that premise.
But I mean, it's real, Stelle. This is real. The ghost moved the plate.
Absolutely, James. I can't even believe how, like, I didn't expect that at all. There was not a single hidden wire.
I feel like I'm 5 years old. You're talking to me like a child.
I am a lot nicer
You're
to
hired.
5-year-olds than that. Okay, but also if I were doing a ghost hunting show, I would be so obnoxious about like, well, have you had an electrician come in and check your wiring if the lights keep turning off?
Boring.
Yeah. I would not be a good host of a ghost hunting show.
God, I would say, has anyone been murdered here? And I'd ask it. That'd be my first question every episode. Has someone fucking died here?
Yep.
So I used to dabble in little ghost investigations because my uncle's house, we think it's haunted.
Yes.
And I don't know if I told you this story or the podcast people this story, but I brought a friend over and he had like a little recorder thing and like a recording device, and he's like, "Uncle Gary, are you here with us right now?" And I was like, dude, he's not dead. This is just his house. He's in Milwaukee. So it's fun. It's a good time.
Okay, but what did the recorder say? Was Uncle Gary there?
No, he wasn't.
Okay.
He was in Milwaukee. We can... Oh God, maybe I'll have a ghost stories episode.
That would be fun.
It would be a good time. But I think to wrap this up, would you like to have a mad dash to see who can get the flashlight first?
Absolutely.
We didn't do a countdown!
You didn't say we had to do a countdown! I got it.
Oh God. I got so used to the safety and comfort of the... You're trying to lock me out. I can tell.
You can't even lock you. Like, you can open it from outside.
Stelle, what is that noise?
Isn't it the snail?
Okay, yeah, I think it is. Oh God, that freaked me out. Alright, Stelle, can you say the line, and also congrats on getting the flashlight before me. You win. You own the podcast now.
Yes, I own the podcast. I'm going to only do good things with it in the name of content. Alright. It's been great, James. NP, see you later.